Yeah.
Yeah, so it's relief and it's bliss. What it actually is the alleviation of desire. See, we think that like fulfilling our desires makes us happy, but when we really fulfill them, we make them go away. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Wow.
it does.
Right?
Yeah.
So this whole time we're like trying to chase our desires, but actually getting rid of them, it's the stillness afterward. Right?
Wow.
But that
That's
only
what I
lasts
wanted.
for-
Well, we're getting too ahead of ourselves, but
We're not.
it goes right along. It's when I think about how you felt after you finally filmed your special, and then you went into a deep depression. Is it? Sorry.
Let's talk about that. I mean, that doesn't sound like
I mean,
deep
it's
depression
like-
is the opposite of what we're going for, but we should absolutely talk about it.
We're going for blissness.
When I think about, but
There had been this like goal of
In your
his,
face,
like,
dude.
that-
Opposable thumbs. You're fucking
why is it like you said, like why do we feel so empty after the goal has been achieved a lot of times?
well, I think we got to ask you. So tell me about the special.
What? Yeah. No. So what happened was, for about a year and a half, I was preparing for this event,
Yeah.
and I had a lot of fear behind it, and because it's like I had never done a special before.
Okay.
There was a lot of pressure too involved. Like, you know, a lot of people are online and were like, "You're never gonna do one," or you know what I mean. It's been on and on this thing, and I finally signed a deal with the company, and I'm like,
Nice.
so I spent a year and a half working, and I worked harder on it than I've worked on anything else. And then the week of real dread, you know, but I was prepared. And then I got sick that week. And
Oh my God.
Yeah, I got sick that week. There was a lot going on, and you know, she was there. Everyone was there. Everyone here was there, and and then it came off pretty good. You know, I mean, I did it, and then the following week, it was so depressing. I had this kind of, not an emptiness, but it was just like I had to get on Lexapro because of it.
What were you feeling?
I've always had a low humming of depression,
Okay.
like a buzz, you know what I mean? Nothing that's like, you know, too despairing, you know? It wasn't like crippling. It was just always there of
Just
like
overcast.
overcast of sadness.
Yeah.
And I would have glimpses of joy, you know, but it's always been there ever since I was a kid. It sort of deepened that level of depression. It was almost like it went at like a couple of levels below that, and then I just couldn't get out of it. And so my psychiatrist was like, "Let's try Lexapro," because it was the first time I ever really even mentioned this low level of depression, but it was just like an awareness of it that was like glaring after the special.
What were you expecting yourself to feel
Victory.
after the special?
Yeah, and just like I did it, and I did feel that. I mean, you know, that weekend
Yeah.
it was great. I was talking to everybody out backstage. There was a lot of magic happening.
Yeah.
All my reps were there. You know what I mean? The theaters were packed. You know what I mean? It
20
was
years in the making. So
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just a lot happening. You know, it was like all the executives were like coming up to me like, "We got it. That's amazing."